Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Praetorian and welcome to a new game we're going to be checking out today called The Wars of Succession. Now this game's going to be coming out on Thursday, so I was given a couple days early access, though this should be coming out pretty close to launch. And I mention that because there's probably going to be a day one patch. There's almost always day one patches for games these days, so this has not gotten that day one patch. If there's any issues, that could be something that does get fixed in that initial patch. Now this game is developed by a company called AGEOD. I'm sure fans have a way of pronouncing that, like AGEOD or AGEOD. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not really familiar with the company. They make a ton of strategy games. As you guys know, I mainly play Paradox Interactive strategy games, but I've always seen their games on Steam, and I always wanted to check one out and just never was able to. But when I saw this game, I knew I had to try it out because it covers one of my favorite historical time periods, and that is early modern Europe. I actually have a bachelor's degree in history, and early modern Europe was very much the focus of that degree. So yeah, if you have any questions about the time period, I can always try and answer them for you. So yeah, I want to check it out for that reason, and also because it focuses on the War of Spanish Succession, which is a very interesting conflict. So we're going to go ahead and hop on into this, guys. We'll talk about a few things once we get onto the map. We're going to be playing the Italy scenario here. It's a shorter scenario. It's just kind of like the initial opening of the conflict in northern Italy. There's also a Great Northern War. That's a completely separate conflict. That's with Sweden. You can play that one, or you can do the War of Spanish Succession, like the entire thing, where you have, you know, all the countries involved, the larger part of the map. This one just focuses on Italy. It's meant to be a smaller introductory one, probably where you learn how to play the game. So that's what we're gonna hop into initially here. So let's go and get that selected. We can play as either the Bourbons, or we can play as the Grand Alliance. We will be playing as the Grand Alliance here. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an introduction. You can also read that as well, this introduction to the opening of this particular scenario. But I wanted to give you guys an introduction on the conflict, the War of Spanish Succession, just so you guys know what's going on in case you're not familiar with the history of it, because, you know, all these characters are involved. It's going to be important to kind of know what's going on here. So essentially, and I'm just going to do a short, little brief introduction to this, because the War of Spanish Succession is a very complicated conflict that we could talk about it all day. So what essentially happened here is you have Charles II, the King of Spain. He's going to die without an heir. The throne's going to go to Louis XIV, who's the King of France here, the Sun King. It's going to go to his son, which of course would eventually end up uniting the two kingdoms here, Spain and France. Now, Spain at this time is a massive empire. They have lands all over the world. Obviously, they have the colonies in Americas and the Caribbean. They have lands in Italy. They've got lands in Africa. They have the Spanish Netherlands, which is all up here. This is Spanish Netherlands right here. This is essentially Belgium. So yeah, these two kingdoms combining would be not a good thing for the rest of the countries of Europe. And at this time, the balance of power, the ideal of balance of power politics had really come into being due to Louis XIV, where they had created a lot of Grand Alliance to try and stop his territorial ambitions. And so the ideal of Louis getting all this land was pretty scary. So Grand Alliance was, you know, likely to be formed. Charles, of course, knew this, so he attempted to avoid this in his will by instead proclaiming that his heir would, in fact, be Louis's grandson, Philip of Anjou, if I can talk here. So that hopefully it would avoid the crowns combining by Philip agreeing to renounce his claims to the kingdom, to the throne of France. So that was the ideal anyways. Of course, it didn't end up working that way. And, you know, Louis got greedy. He had ideals that they would be able to combine these two. That was his goal. So, of course, all of Europe was going to combine against them. And then, of course, you have Austria, the Habsburgs here. France, Charles II, Spain, under Charles II, was under the Habsburgs. He was a Habsburg, and they had combined those thrones for a while, since the early 16th century under another Charles. So the ideal of them losing control of their dynasty, was a pretty big issue for them. So they wanted their Archduke Charles to gain control instead, even though he had a lesser claim. They didn't really care. They wanted to keep it in control of their dynasties. So that's really where Austria is at this moment. So they're kind of like the main aggressor here in this conflict against France initially, and they kind of helped create this grand alliance. And there's a lot of things that go into why different countries go into that alliance. For instance, the Dutch, who at this time are called the United Provinces, or the Dutch Republic, but essentially it's the Netherlands. They had their own issues. Britain had their issues. There's a lot of reasons why these countries all created this grand alliance that we are now playing as against France. And we're not going to go into all those because it would take all day. So that is the basics, guys. We're not going to go into any further. You see Death of Charles here. That's one of our events, or one of our messages here. So last thing I want to mention is the fact that I'm not expert at this game. I've kind of messed around a little bit. I read the entire tutorial, or excuse me, the entire manual. It reminded me of a good old-fashioned Paradox manual, which I don't create anymore. Now they just kind of send you to the wiki. I kind of miss those manuals. So yeah, they had a big, like 90-something page manual that I read. It took forever, but I know what the manual covers. As far as playing though, I've really just kind of hopped in and tested a few things, tested the sound and all that kind of stuff. I haven't played that much, so this is not the campaign where you're going to learn how to play the game. I'm just trying to show you guys a new game, something we haven't really covered on the channel much, turn-based grand strategy. So yeah, if you're looking for something to teach you how to play, this is not the place. Or you might learn how not to play, because I'm sure I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. I would not be shocked if we lose, because this is a very complicated game, guys. There's a lot to it, where Paradox has kind of started to streamline a lot of their stuff, make it a little bit easier to play. This company has not done that. It does remind me very much of an old Paradox game, which for many people would be a good thing. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this. So let's go and get started. We can see all the little events that are happening here. You know, we can click these and see that there's like a newspaper entry form. So pretty interesting. And then we have some stuff over here, alliance with Savoy. Of course, Savoy has joined the French alliance against us. Occupation of the Netherlands. That's Louis did that. Death of Charles II. Okay, so yeah, all these little events here. And then that's the Italian scenario one. All right, excellent. So we can also kind of just scroll through these individually, the different type of events that we have, like control and ownership and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started, guys, because I've jabbered enough. So first thing we're going to want to do is let's move our army down south here into Verona. Now, our army is led by Prince Eugene of Savoy, and he is one of the greatest commanders of the conflict. He did a very, very good job historically in northern Italy, so let's try and do as well as he did historically. It's not going to happen, guys. But we're going to go ahead and move our troops down. This is a drag type of game where you click everything and you drag it, so much different than Paradox games. I'm going to be comparing to Paradox games a lot, guys. Now, this is a turn-based game. Each turn is a month, so I don't know if they're all 30 days or if they're actually, 31, 28, how many days in the month. I think they're all 30 for balancing purposes. I could be wrong, though. And it's simultaneous turns, so the AI is going to take their turn at the same time as us. So we moved our unit here, but nothing has actually happened. Doesn't happen until we click the end turn button. We're not going to do that just yet because we do want to build a unit. I'm just taking a look here at the units that we have to build. I believe we can only build one. Could be wrong here. Yeah, the conscripts are, well, it depended on what we built. Not all of them cost the same amount of conscripts or manpower, essentially. I'm going to build this unit here, the Grenadiers, just because they're awesome. Maybe I might be better suited building something else, but that's what we're going to get, guys. And we're going to go ahead, I believe it's drag these as well. Yeah, so we're going to drag that. That's going to cost us all of our manpower, and it's also going to cost us quite a bit of money as well. All right, so we've got these guys moving. We've got new units constructing. That's going to be 120 days before we get that new unit. That's the only one that we can build as well. And this is the enemy army, France's army here. We have an idea of what they have in their army, but we don't really know much about them. All question marks here. We're going to have to get closer before we find anything out. Let's go ahead and proceed to the next turn. That's the only reason why we're only moving to Verona. We're not attacking them because we don't know what they have there. And I haven't played the scenario, by the way, either, guys. Like I said, I started with one of the other scenarios. So yeah, I have no idea what they have there. So I'm not going to do anything stupid. So we're going to end our turn. It's going to go all the way through the 30 days. Our units are going to move at the same time as the enemy units. So there we go. We can see their army now. So, for instance, if something happens where their orders are given and the situation changes, then the AI, I guess, the general leading them, just does the best that they can to kind of react to what happens since it is a simultaneous turn. So taking a look at their army here, they currently have a power of 1837, while our power is 3521. So we are much more powerful than them. I think they're in this province here. Let me just take a look at what we got here. We're going to change up our posture. We're going to go to an offensive posture and change that up there. The different postures, if you just wanted to see them, guys, we got passive. That means they're trying to avoid conflict. Defensive, they're going to use their defensive traits, defensive stats, instead of the offensive ones. When they get into battle, also they get the terrain bonuses. They're also not going to directly attack somebody. It's, they get attacked. Offensive posture is the exact opposite. We're going to use the offensive trait. We are going to attempt to attack, all that kind of good stuff. We don't get the terrain bonuses. And then you have the assault posture, which I believe the only difference between these two is for sieges. If you're on assault posture, then you attempt to assault the fortifications, while if you're in offensive, you do not. So I think that's the only difference. Yeah, we're going to go to offensive, though. Nope, we're in defensive still. Maybe I can't change that. Yeah, it looks like I can't change it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I can't change it. Maybe I actually have to attack to be able to change it. I'm not entirely sure. But what we're going to do is I think we're going to attempt an attack here. Maybe we should wait one turn to let some of our stats get up here, because I'm noticing some of our bars are not completely filled as they are with this army here. Or we could just force the battle as well, because we are much more powerful than them. I think we're just going to go ahead and force it. I think it'll be fine. Let's try it out. All right, so we're just going to move into the province there, and I think we'll attack them. You can also drag them over to the army, and then I think if you do that, they follow them around. So they attempt to attack them multiple times, which I don't actually want them to do. So we're just going to move into that province, try and seize it. And I guess we're going to enter turn. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do here. We got that unit building. Obviously don't have the manpower to build another one. Let's proceed to the next turn and see how the battle goes. And we do have a bit of control over what happens in the battle, if there does happen to be a battle. All right, so we're moving over there. And yes, there is a battle. So when you go into battle, it's only for large battles. You don't get to do this for every battle, not the smaller ones, just the larger conflicts. We get to choose our deployment and then our tactics. So taking a look at our army here, you see that the majority of army, 54% is cavalry. We have 3% of the army is artillery, 42% is infantry. Looking at their army, much more infantry heavy army, a little bit less artillery as well. So because we are a cavalry heavy army, I think we're going to do a cavalry heavy tactic, or deployment, I should say. You have different deployments here. We have the form cavalry mass deployment. We have the low reserve deployment. We have the form infantry mass deployment, the long thin line deployment, and the asymmetric defense deployment. We're going to do the form cavalry. I don't know if this is the best. Like I said, don't try and learn how to play the game for me, because I don't know how to play. But this is what we're going to do, because based on what I'm seeing here, I see we're very cavalry heavy, so I'm going to attempt that tactic. As far as our battle plans, you can also see what their plan is right now. They're currently in the withdrawal deployment. They know they're outnumbered. They're going to attempt to withdraw. And these are the possible tactics they can end up selecting. We don't know which one it's going to be. Delay battle, defend escape route, or the fighting withdrawal here. And if we select these, yeah, okay. So some of these have green and some of them have red. If they have red, then that basically counters the current tactic that we're using. And if it's green, then we counter that tactic. So you kind of have the option here. Do you want to go for something like this where it could be countered, but you could possibly counter them, or something like this, you don't have anything that counters, or just something more balanced here, like the cavalry charge. And if we hover over this, it tells us what it does. This battle plan will force the cavalry units to charge, increasing their damage, increasing cohesion, frontage, and assault attack for our cavalry, but also decreasing our ranged attack and reduces our protection. So I think we're going to do that just because they're running. They're trying to flee from us. So let's do that. Also, nothing's going to counter anything, so I feel like it's a little bit safer than going this route, with them possibly doing the defend escape route, and that kind of screws us over. So let's go ahead and do the cavalry charge, because it sounds awesome. That's why we're going to do it. And let's make it happen. So we see a little battle here. You can see we're in the assault phase. Just taking a look, we did get a victory here. As far as casualties go, we took fairly heavy casualties, guys. Yeah, it looks like we might have taken more casualties than they did. We took 427 on the cavalry. They took 167. Infantry, 1660 to 1788. So yeah, we did take a little bit heavier casualties, unfortunately. Let's just take a look at if you click here, then you can see the exact phases, everything that happened in each phase. So our battle plan was successful in one round. Their battle plan was successful in one round, and that's because they fleed and they did the prepare to withdraw deployment. Okay, yeah, I don't know why they didn't have a tactic here. I thought it showed the tactics at the bottom, but apparently not. But yeah, a lot of stats here. If you guys want to see how each unit did, that is how you check it. Also, I should have showed you guys our generals and all that kind of good stuff. Showed you the units a little bit more before we just jumped into battle. I just hopped on into it. We'll do that here now, now that it's going to be our turn here again. But yeah, this is the conflict. Let's go ahead and close that and let the month finish up here. And then we'll get to figure out what we're going to do next with our troops. Okay, so I believe they have fortified a bit. They fortify up a little bit. You can see that our power is still much stronger than theirs. We're double their strength. Yeah, I should have showed you guys this originally. So this is our commander. We also have other commanders as well, and we could have them go into separate armies. A lot of things to consider here, like seniority. Like our seniority here is 2. That means there's pretty much nobody who should be leading above him. If you put somebody in charge who has a lower seniority, then, you know, it actually ends up resulting, I think, you lose national morale here. So it's not something you want to do. I think it's national morale. It might be another stat you lose. You lose something, essentially. So you don't want to do that. So Eugene is a military genius. So we looked at his stats here. The overview, you can see his traits. He's a fast mover, so he's going to move quicker. He's an admired commander. So yeah, you see the plus 30% increase in the fatigue recovery rate of all units under his command. He's royal blood. So that gives them plus 10 command points. Command points are how many units you can command. The multinational commander means that he can command troops from anywhere without any penalties. We'll look at those other guys because that's not the case with those other guys. And then he's a superior tactician as well. So initiative bonus of 1 to all units under his command. And you can kind of see his little stats here, his combat stats, all that kind of good stuff here. But that's our main general here. Now, if we were to look at one of the other generals, you'll notice that they have the Austro-German commander trait here, which means they can only lead units of Austrian or German nationality without penalty. So that's something to consider, guys, especially because we're going to be creating some separate armies here. Just looking at our current armies, you'll notice that we have Grenadier units, as well as the Starhemberg. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but they look, yeah, they're pretty good. Not quite as good as our Grenadier units, but really, really good. These are our good units here, guys. And they look like they took some heavy casualties as well. Now, as far as replenishing, you can do it yourself. There's an option in the settings to have your troops replenish manually, where you have to build all the stuff to replenish them. But we have it set on the default setting, which is it just automatically gets done. The AI does it. So that's what we're rocking right there on that side. Let me just see what else we have over here. Yeah, we got a lot of really good units. Here's some, oops, didn't mean to deselect those guys. I hope I didn't pull them out. It looks like I did. I think you can just grab them. Maybe not. Yeah, I thought you could just grab them and then combine them to that. But it looks like it's not letting me, Yeah, it's not letting me grab them. Maybe if I did that. There we go. That put them back in there. Excellent. Yeah, everything's drag in this game. It looks like if you double click, it creates a new army. I was not aware of that. I didn't mean to double click them. We got a lot of cavalry troops, as we saw in that last battle. We have a shit ton of cavalry. We got some Italian infantry here. Just looking at what else we have. A lot of cavalry. And then here we got some dragoons. So dragoons are pretty useful and can operate as both infantry. I don't know if they can in this game. We got the hussars. These are mercenaries. God damn it, I did it again. Go back in that army. Go back. A lot of easy, you can click it quite easily. But yeah, those are mercenaries, in real life anyway. Little infantry companies here, not very large. Those guys are from the Netherlands. We have artillery, and then we have our supply wagons. So the supply wagons, as you can see, we've actually already ran through some of our supply here. So I think you have to send the supply wagons to the back. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I think we have to send them to the back to get them supplied. We'll wait a turn and see exactly what happens here. We want to replenish anyways. But one thing I want to do is I want to try and seize this province across the river, guys, to try and cut off this army here, because I'm looking at it. And I think that this is their main base of operations here. This is where they're gonna be attacking from. Is from Milan. Yeah, because remember Savoy is on the French side, and of course the French would be coming through here as well. So they're going to have to come through here. This is all Venetian territory. I think you can move through it, but yeah, you can't seize it. Yeah, I don't really know how it works. I think Venice they might only allow us access. Now I'm thinking about it. So if that's the case, and this is mountains anyway, so they're going to take attrition, then they can only go through this route right here. So if we take that, then this army here will have no route to return. And then also they can't send any more defenses in. So that's what we're going to do. Let's split our army up. We need to give them, because remember that general can only, these generals here can only command German and Austrian troops. We're going to have to make sure that we give them German and Austrian troops. Just trying to see, you can see when you hover over it where they're from. So we don't want to give them any of these other units that are from other locations. So let's go and just get some guys selected. We'll start with one of our leaders here. It'd probably be best to give one with the highest seniority, which would be this guy here. But I'm probably going to go based on stats. When we click on them here, we can see what their strategic, offensive, defensive stats are. So he's 5, 5, and 4. And if we look at these guys down here, we got a 400. A 411 and a 410. So this guy is clearly better, so we're going to use him. I don't know if it's going to be a problem because of seniority, but we're going to do it anyway, guys. So let's grab him, and then we're going to want to give him some good units, some half-decent units, since he's going to be going on Losum, but obviously we don't want to give him too many of our awesome units. I don't think that would be a good idea. Let's go and grab that guy up. I think he would be helpful, and then go ahead and give them a bit of cavalry as well. We're going to give them some the cavalry here in the back, if I can get them selected. There we go. And probably some dragoons as well. I think that would be helpful. I don't think they have too many infantry yet, so we might want to give them a bit more infantry. I don't know if these guys... Oh, okay, there's there. He's Croatian. And yeah, we already knew about him. Okay. So yeah, all these are German or Austrian units, so shouldn't be a problem. I think the star might be experience. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So we've given them some cavalry. I want to give them a bit more units here. I don't think we've given enough. Let's do that and see what else we can. Maybe some more infantry here. Yeah, probably should do that. Let's give them a bit more infantry. We'll do these ones if I can get them selected. All right, so to create a separate army, I think we're just going to pull them out, and they should all go out now into their own separate army. So they have a power of 575. That leaves us at 2772. I feel like that's pretty good, hopefully anyways. And we're going to move this guy. This could be disastrous. We're going to move him over there. Like I said, he has the river to defend behind. And then we're also going to make sure that he is... Can we stay on defensive and still move? I think we can. Yeah, we want him defensive posture. This guy is now in offensive posture. And then we're going to want to attack here, but I'm going to wait a turn. I'm going to let our stats go up before we do. And hopefully this works out okay. We're just going to find out. We can also see, we should probably be doing this every turn here, taking a look at some of the things that are happening here. For instance, the Grand Alliance push into Italy is encouraging support from England. So we're getting a +1 anti-Bourbon support here, or sentiment, excuse me. So I don't know exactly what this does. After a certain level has been reached, foreign powers may intervene in this scenario in your favor or against your side. Okay, so we want them to hate the French. The Bourbons succeeded in retreating from battle, so they did that. We won the battle. No national morale was gained from that. Taking a look at our, I think this is, okay, movements and restrictions. Nothing really here other than the fact that we took some attrition. You don't take attrition from standing still. That's the default setting. You can change it so that you take attrition no matter what. But right now it's on the default setting, so only moving causes attrition. Then we can see the upkeep of our units has been used. That was 15 money and 6 conscripts. They just call it money, probably because there's a lot of different types of money at this time, a lot of different types of currency, and have the euro. The system in various, so what is this here? So they've launched reconnaissance efforts. There is recon in this game. And then we also got some 5 money and 6 war supply to our harbors from our merchant fleet in the Adriatic Sea. To just show you guys where this is at. This is right here. We have a small merchant fleet here that is currently in this little bubble. When they're in this bubble, you don't have to worry about them like taking attrition and constantly bring them back. This is for micromanagement purposes. You can remove that setting if you want it to be more accurate. But right now we can just keep them there. If they're outside the bubble, then we would have to manage all that kind of stuff. But right now they should be able to just stay there and they'll be good to go. And they're going to be bringing us, as you guys saw, a little bit of money and goods every turn. So I guess we're good. We can go and end our turn and hopefully things go well here. All right, we're going to attempt to seize this province here so that no more reinforcements can come from Milan. Oh, wow. All right, they can just go right around us. Never mind. It's irrelevant. They just went around us. Okay, so yeah, that did not work. And in fact, we're looking at a very large threat here from the Spanish Corps coming from Milan. So that's a relatively large army there. They would easily be able to defeat us here. Okay, well, obviously keeping your army combined is you know, there's fairly useful. What we're going to do, we're going to leave those guys there so that, let me just see here. I don't want them on offensive. I want them on defensive. We could also put them on passive. And what does this do? Okay, it has combat penalties if we are attacked, but I think it's, you have a higher chance of retreating. We're just going to do defensive. I want you guys to stay on defensive. I don't know why they keep changing defensive. Maybe because they attacked, so put them on offensive. And then we also have the different types of attack we can do here. We can do a conservative attack, sustained attack, or let me just see here. Your side will want to call off the attack beginning with the third round unless the defender is collapsing. Let's do sustained attacks. I think that'd probably be the best way to do this. Yeah, let's do sustained attacks. I don't know if these guys have the settings for defense. Let's take a look here. Hold at all cost. Defend. Defend and retreat. Okay, we'll probably want to defend and retreat. Yeah, I think that makes sense because obviously we're going to get attacked and we're going to lose. So there's no reason to force a defense there. Let's go ahead and make this happen. Now, this is not very long, guys. There is only like 17 turns or something like that to this conflict. So it's okay to take your time because it's very difficult to win. I think there's victory points or something. Victory points. Here we go. It's currently at 416. There's no change so far. I think we're getting some from our objective. So yeah, I think this determines who wins. So I don't know how high we have to get that or whatever. But we're gonna go and attack over here. They do have fortifications here, so that's bad. And our stats didn't raise as much as I was hoping either. But more troops are coming here to reinforce them, so this is the problem. So we're gonna go and attack there. And then hopefully things go well for us. How far until our troops are done here? Let's just take a look here. So we got another one of the, the sentiment up here. Looks like Austrian Corps has arrived here. They did take a little hit from foul weather or exhaustion, so that's attrition. Taking a look at the last little thing of note here. We got 2 money and 7 war supply from those ships over there. Okay. Let's end the turn and hope the battle goes well here. Because what else can you do? And hopefully we can defeat them. They did get some troops there, reinforcements. So that's bad. So hopefully we win. We still outnumber them. Just taking a look at our numbers here, we still are largely cavalry based. They're still largely infantry based. And then they are now actually going to fight this time as well. They're doing the form infantry mass deployment. Well, once again, I'm going to go, I don't know that this is the best. I'm going to go with the cavalry just because I see that 53% of our army is cavalry. I'm like, let's form them at the center here. Let's do a mass deployment, maybe not at the center, but I mean, we could do other things. This doesn't really seem like it's making use of the infantry, the cavalry all that much. I'm not even seeing little cards for them. Just seeing what else we have available. I think there's, I think this uses cavalry, doesn't it? The long, thin deployment? Yeah, I think so. Just hovering over it. This deployment will try to create a long front line by using different tactics. Okay, and that's trying to outmaneuver the enemy. Let's continue with our cavalry, guys. We're going to try and focus on big cavalry offensives. I think that's probably for the best. Just taking a look at the modifiers to here. I think this is the balanced, perhaps. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like any of these are affected by what we do here. So I'm going to do I think we did a charge last time. Let's do the cavalry screen this time. Let's try it out. So this says this battle plan will try to use the cavalry units to hide your movements. Same bonuses and whatnot of the past one, though. All right, let's go to battle and see how it goes, guys. All right, so you can see the men here. They've lost a lot of men, it seems. Yeah, that was definitely a much better victory this time around than it was last time. Our tactics seem to work a lot better. We lost 1,700 infantry, 716 cavalry. They lost 6,300 infantry and 1,250 cavalry. That's big. That's pretty helpful, guys. So we got ourselves a nice victory there. So that is probably going to force them to retreat here. We just don't know what's going to end up happening here with these troops. This little fire thing here does say that the region has been pillaged. Thus, we're going to have trouble living off the land there. So just taking a look at my my supplies here. Yeah, we've depleted both of these trains. I believe to get more, we have to like move them out. So we're going to want them to move back there, I think, to resupply. We can also try and live off the supplies in the region, but yeah, there's just not a lot of supplies to live off of. So our current military power is now 2,500. It's not great. Definitely not great. We have a river here, so we're gonna have trouble attacking across that river, I think. I think we should probably move our troops back here because they could come in here and then cut our divisions off, or cut our units off. So we're gonna move back over here, guys, and hopefully it goes well. So let's move over there. We could split our armies, but I don't think that'd be a good idea to split it any further. Yeah. If they attacked us with both of these armies here, we would be in a bit of a pickle. We might be able to win. It would be a decisive victory, though, whoever won, because, obviously that's like all the troops involved. So did we finish up our troops here? Let's go and take a look at we should probably do this right in the beginning here. So we did take that city there, Mantova. And so that's important. And plus we got some more sentiment here that looks like we might have lost some because we were at 17 before. And then taking a look at the battles, retreats, and sieges. Okay. It looks like we captured 5,400 rifles and 500 prisoners. Is it 500 prisoners or is it 5 prisoners? I can't. It says 500s. So it's got to be 500, right? And then taking a look at the battle stuff there, reinforcements here, control and ownership. So yeah, this is the arsenal here. I wonder if we could have got our supplies from the arsenal. We might have been able to. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure how that works. We might have been able to get the supplies from there, guys. There is a depot here. So we could have possibly have gotten the supplies. All right, interesting. Maybe we don't want to... Yeah, maybe we want to wait. I don't know, guys. Because I don't know if we get supplies from that or not. Well, let's move them anyways to go fill up. Or we could just have this one unit. Nah, they'd probably just kill them. All right, yeah, we'll go have them go back and resupply. Let's end our turn and see how things go. This is gonna be a really short campaign here because we're gonna fucking lose. They're gonna come over and kill all my dudes. Yep, they attacked us. All right, so they attacked across the river. So I don't know if that's gonna be a big enough battle for us to get a little battle screen. Probably not. So hopefully they retreat. Yeah, they did retreat. It looks like we're gonna have to take a look at how that battle went. We are now in November of 1701. Taking a look at these guys, they are now resupplying. But yeah, they're not resupplied yet. I don't know what all these little meters are on the army here. You got red, blue, and green. I have no idea what those are. So not knowing that is probably not a good thing. But yeah, you can't hover over them. I was trying to hover over them in the hope that I'd be able to see exactly what the meters mean. But it does not. Maybe cohesion, strength, and yeah, not entirely sure, morale. I don't know. So this army did lose. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to have them come over to this fort here, and they can hold the fort for right now. As far as numbers go, I still feel pretty confident that we'd be able to succeed in holding this territory here. We're going to have those guys move over there just simply because we have the river bonus. So you think we'd be able to hold it. And we're going to have to stay on the defense for right now because, as you can see, we are vastly outnumbered. Yeah, I mean, if we can get them all in one battle, maybe we can win. I don't know, guys. I think got these river penalties here. I think what's going to happen if we attack anywhere, we're just going to let the troops get behind us. So let's not do that. Let's actually get on the defense. In fact, let's go ahead and put our army on the defense now. We're going to put them on regular defense as well. And I think that's probably good. And they're now on passive. I don't actually want them on passive. Well, you know, they can stay on passive because I think they suck. So if you hover over this, you can see the loyalty as well as the military control. We have 100% control over these regions here. But as far as loyalty goes, they're still very loyal to the French, and that does have some penalties to having your troops there. So let's end the turn, right? Did we check our stats here? Gun Foundry produced some guns. And supposedly we got more sentiment, but it's still sitting at 17%. Anything else that we need to be aware of? Well, we want to take a look at that battle. Yeah, let's take a look at the battle. Let's see if there's any stats here for that. Did we ever finish building that army up there? I don't know, that's another thing I want to check here. Alright, yeah, not seeing anything about the battle. Yeah, engage them, Austrian Corps. We didn't engage them, they engaged us. Alright, or maybe we did engage them. I don't know. Let's take a look over here if we have our... We do have them. Okay, are they fully powered yet? It looks like they are. Let's get them moving down. Let's put them into... Let's move them into our main army. I think that'd probably be wise. In fact, I think we want to just go ahead and throw them into Eugene's army. I think they'll automatically merge with them there. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter turn. He should merge with them this month here. And I would not be surprised if they attack us. Oh, they're retreating. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is Arsenal. This city has military facilities, including an arsenal. Control, click on the city sprite to see the detailed information. Okay, we'll try that out. Control, click. Okay, so this is the list of the structures that are in there. And it does output supply here, so we probably could have just moved our supply wagons over there. But it's fine. They're all supplied up, so let's go ahead and move them over to our army now. Supply is pretty important in this overall conflict here. So, or in this game, I should say. As you can see, we still outnumber them. And they have retreated from right here. Okay. I kind of feel like we should just stay on the defense here. And let this army replenish itself and then attempt to go back there. And see if we can't grab that again. And try and cut this army off from supply. I'd love to just grab both of these up. Cut them off some supply, and it's a small army, so we're not too concerned about it. So we're going to stay here, because remember, as long as we're not moving, we're not taking attrition. And one thing I read in the manual is that, historically, the conflicts of this day, the majority of the casualties they took, the losses they took, were from attrition. They were from starvation, they were from desertion, large numbers of desertion, other issues that they had just from moving around trying to keep their troops supplied and fed. And this game supposedly represents that, so that the majority of your casualties will be from attrition. So in that case, it's actually, since you don't take an attrition if you don't move, it can actually be pretty powerful to not move. But obviously you don't want to lose. But as far as the victory points, it feels like we're winning. I don't actually know, though. I don't know where you need to get that at. Let's go ahead and enter turn and see what happens. But yeah, we're definitely going to play defensively. We're going to be smart with this, guys. And I'm saying this because in my first attempt at a playthrough, and it was, like I said, it was just a short one, I didn't do so well. Things kind of went bad. So the snows have receded. That's another reason why we didn't want to do any attacks, because we're going to get terrain penalties for all attacks for that snow. The snow one's pretty bad, so obviously didn't want to go for that. We did get one more sentiment, so that's nice. Typhus strikes one of your units. All right, we got an epidemic here. So poor sanitation debilitates your largest army. Well, that's not good. Oh wow, that reduced our power. Okay, so yeah, not good. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. So movement and restrictions, anything we need to be aware of here? Just that fact that that unit took a little bit of attrition there. Probably from the sickness, or I guess it was that unit, because I said the largest one. Got some more troops. They're doing some reconnaissance. Seeing anything else that we need to be aware of here? No, I think we're good to go, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and once again end the turn, especially with us being sick and shit. It might be a good idea. There's also things we can do here. I should probably show you guys. So we can enter a structure, enter a structure that's inside there. You can force march. This is a sortie from the structure. If you're inside the structure, you can do a force march. You move a little bit faster. I think you take more attrition though. Set an ambush. That's only for like smaller units, stealthy small units, which we don't have set up right at the moment. We could set up a little stealthy small unit to like come up behind them, cut them off from supply, do a little bit of a raiding and stuff. Maybe we'll do that if this continues in a stalemate here. Then that's probably what we would do, is try and create a little stealthy unit. These guys actually might be stealthy, I don't know. Where is their command power? So required command is 7. and they are 29. So I think a small unit, which is, gets the stealth bonus, has to be 4 command power or less. So that would not be that unit. They're a little bit too big. Synchronized movement and evade combat. Over here we have some things we don't need to use at the moment. And then right here we have build a depot. I think that takes supply wagons to do that. Raise structures, disband units, and surrender and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to do any of that, obviously. So they should have gotten their supply trucks again, supply wagons. And they're full on supply as well. There's 2 types of supply. There's like general supply, which is always used, and then there's ammunition, which is only used during combat. These guys don't have any supply wagons, but I think they're getting supply from the depot, or they should be anyways. Let's go and enter turn again, and see what happens here. I know we need to eventually make a move here. We're gonna have to do an attack, and there we go. More troops are coming. Very, very large army, and yep, they went ahead and attacked that army. Okay, that's not surprising. But what happened? It looked like they moved over there, but now they're no longer over there. So, did they fail in their attack? I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the statistics here. I'm not seeing anything. It doesn't look like there was any type of battle or anything. So it looks like they didn't attack. Maybe they just canceled that. They're going to attack, and they said, never mind. Okay, so they've done a campaign to impose repossessions of local population. Okay, so they did something there. You know what? That was probably one of those event thingies they have. One of the things I haven't shown you guys is that we can actually, I guess this one, we can actually open this up here. This is a list of all our forces. We can look at production here. This is units that we're currently producing. This is diplomatic actions that we can take, which there's nothing at the moment. Decrees, that's political things we can do. That's the history of things. Strategic map. I'm just trying to see here. I thought there was, I don't think it's in here actually. There's your scores and objectives. I guess this would be something to look at here. Scenario will end in 1703 January. So we have like less than a year to get the job done. Just taking a look here. Who would win? If it ended today, who would win? Okay, I'm not really seeing anything. They got 560 VPs, so I guess they would win. So we eventually have to attack here. We're on the offensive, so yeah, we have to attack. That's why I decided to play as them, because we'd be on the offensive. So what I wanted to do before we do any attacks or enter turn or anything is I'm trying to find, there's a ability to do these cards, but I can't remember where the hell they're at. All right, here we go. I found it, guys. So yeah, that takes your capital, but this here, this is the decision mode. So we have all these decisions available. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. So we got the trader, a very powerful decision that will cripple an enemy fortress. Use it wisely, for it is rare to have many traders planted in enemy cities. You can see the number on there. That's how many times we can use this. Surrender, weaken a besieged enemy by disparating the enemy soldiers, enticing them to surrender. So a lot of these are for sieges. Offer honors of war. Offer negotiations for honors of war to the besieged army. If they accept, soldiers will be sent back home. Is there a fort here that we're not taking? Is that why we have these decisions available to us? It's a regional decision. We have accept honors of war, reject honors of war. We have siege works. Okay, that's also for a fortress. We got mines. That's for fortress as well. Okay, so you can hover over it and you see where it's actually usable. So a lot of these are not usable. Increase the defensive force entrenchment level provided you are in or around a structure. So that could be used there. This could be rebuild a wall. We could build a defensive structure. Okay. Requisitions. Coerce people to give money and supplies. The decision will reduce loyalty and control. You need some soldiers to perform this decision. So we also have scorched earth as well. Well, I'd love to do requisitions. I don't know if we can just do that anywheres. Yeah, it looks like they used requisitions, so it makes sense for us to do it as well, I think. We're not going to do it there. I think that would probably be stupid. Let's do it somewhere else. Can we... It's not letting me... Oh, I must have had the scorched earth. My bad. I was trying to scorch the earth of my own place. That's awesome. Let's try here. Oh, we have some units right there as well. I didn't see that. So I'm going to attempt to do it right here. New decision successfully ordered. Okay, we'll try it there. And maybe try it over here as well. I'm just looking at the numbers here. I don't know if that's how big the city is, how important it is. But, you'd think they'd have more to give us. And then we'll do one more right here. All right, excellent. So we're going to get those orders done and see what happens from that. We could, like I said, we could try and attack here, but yeah, I don't think it'll go very well. Why are we so fucking weak? Do we have no supply? Have we used all of our supply up? I think we used all of our supply. Why aren't we getting any fucking supply anywhere? Is it just because we don't have loyalty? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But I think our unit is like incredibly weak at the moment because we don't have the supplies to supply them. Looks like there is actually a fortification here. And if we took that fortification, okay, interesting. Yeah, we're going to want to take that fortification. I think that's affecting something here in the region. All right, well, I really wanted to get this unit moving, so let's go and have him move over here. And then this guy here, I guess we're going to have to move our supply wagons again, get more supplies going. But yeah, we're clearly having like issues with supply, and we would be easily defeated right now. Like I said, just kind of learning how to play the game, guys. So obviously things are going to be rough here in the initial first playthrough. But you know what? We're kind of winning. I mean, I guess. I mean, the victory points are, in that situation, it's not great. Oh, wow, somebody moved over there. It might not. Well, they look pretty weak. All right. I see a much lower power there. Let's take a look at what happened here. They did re-seize that, so that's bad. Just taking a look here. Okay, it looks like somebody engaged them. Engaged the Bourbons here. And we retreated from a battle. Okay. I'm guessing they attacked us. See what else happened over here. Yeah, took some hits there. It wasn't a big enough battle, though, for us to get a little event there. Okay. So we now have this army here, and it's, yeah, it's not good. So I'm going to attempt to continue moving that guy over there. I don't know why he didn't finish the order. And then we're going to attempt to have these guys move over here. We probably want to move into aggressive, or offensive, excuse me. We'll just do a regular sustained attack, I suppose. Is it the default setting? Yeah, that's default behavior here. Let's go and attempt an attack while we're still stronger than them. Let's attempt attack right there. I don't know if this is going to end up them trying to seize this from us. We'll just have to see. We're still attempting to resupply our supply as well, or supply wagons. All right, let's hit the end turn. But you can see how the game, it has a lot of detail. It's a lot different than a normal Paradox game as well, especially with it being turn-based, as always. So it looks like we re-seized that, and we do have a battle here. Okay, so we didn't get to interact with it at all. It was an Austrian defeat here. This was not our main army. We took 604 plus 91 casualties total, while they took 328. Okay, so that was I think the attack across the river. We do actually have a big battle here, though. Okay, so this is against our main army. Let's see what we want to do here. So they're currently doing the prepare to withdraw deployment. I think we're going to attempt to do, a infantry mass deployment this time, I think. Yeah, let's attempt that. Let's try an infantry mass deployment. Let me see if there's anything here that's beneficial. We could do the mass fire. Yeah, this battle plan will attempt to mass fire on several units of the enemy. So if they do the defend escape route, then that's not going to work out well for them. Increases our frontage and attack values for our infantry, but also increase our chances to be targeted in the range attack of our enemy. Okay, let's attempt it, guys. Let's see how it goes. There's a battle happening, and it was a victory. And we did some casualties. We took some as well. We didn't take as many as we did, so that's what's important. Just taking a look at the stats here during the first phase, we were successful in our first plan here. And then we were successful in our second one as well in the second round. But it looks like they were successful in both theirs as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and end this battle here and see what happens over the rest of the month here. A lot of stuff happening. This is kind of like the big moment here to decide whether we lose or not, basically. We got this unit. I think they're able to come up behind us now because they defeated us there. And they might be attacking us again. I can't really tell. So, yes, it does look like... Let me see. Can I see that unit there? They're 638. Okay. All right. So these guys are 638. They're 565, and they're 1538. Okay. So obviously this just gives you an estimate of their power. It doesn't say who's gonna win or whatever. And I want to take a look at this unit too. They're pretty weak. They can't do anything. Okay. What about our requisitions? Did that help us at all? I didn't see anything about it. Let's take a look. So we did get some guns. We got 100 pounds from trade taxes. Well, that's nice. We actually have some money. If we wanted to create some smaller units, we could do that. We won't be able to create one of the larger units. James II in England has died. Okay. See, that was pretty important in this war, in fact, because of France's reaction to that. It really pissed off the Netherlands. And I'm not gonna go into the history, guys, because we'll be here all day. Typhus strikes one of my units. I've gotten really bad luck with the diseases here. Okay, so we have lost the battle against the Bourbons in Region Lodi. Okay, we didn't lose any national morales though. We actually have 98 national morale. I think you used to have 95. They failed to retreat in their battle. Then they succeeded in retreating. And then we won that battle. Okay, we didn't get any national morale for that either though. All right, let's take a look at this here. Okay. Anything else to be aware of? So they continue building the redoubts, the fortifications here. Lorraine has been congratulated for his actions against the enemy. New seniority, 64. Okay, so we got ranked up a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get something done here. So I think these guys should probably retreat. Clearly they're outmatched here. We could, of course, attack across that way and might be able to win. It's a possibility. Let's go and move these guys over here. I'm really tempted to finally attack across the river. We also need to get our supply wagons moving. We'll just do one because the other one's still filling up here. Let's get the supply wagons moving over. I wish there was a better way to see their stats here. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Like I want to know what the meters are. Wait a minute. Maybe this is it right here. Okay, so this is, you can perform all special actions. 24% on... Oh, okay. Here's our food and water capacity. We're at 24%. That's obviously not good. 81% of our ammunition, so that's not too bad. That's our hide value, detection values, entrenchment level, and thanks to our mobility, your force can penetrate any neighboring region. Okay, just taking a look at these guys here. Okay, so yeah, interesting little, we finally found out where the fucking stats are here. Okay, so yeah, you can see that our supply is pretty low. I wonder if that's the green one right there, because that's what it looks like. It looks like that's about 61%. I don't know what the blue and the red ones are just yet. One of them's obviously the ammunition, I imagine, and I'm guessing the other one's probably strength, maybe the red one. So we now have control of this city here. I kind of feel like we should stay here. I was going to attack across the way here. I don't think that would go well. Let's just bring this unit back. It's going to take him 12 days to do that. Let's just wait till we get more supply, get the supply situation fixed, because obviously we're pretty short on supply. So I think that would be wise. As far as our decisions here, is there anything that would be like incredibly useful for us to use at the moment? Is there anything we even can use at the moment? No. Okay. So let's just end our turn. I feel like we're not gonna win this because we're not really doing anything. We're kind of just staying here, hiding out across the river. Not really attacking, but I'm trying not to be too aggressive. Like I said, last time I did that, I realized it didn't work out very well. So a lot of movements over here. French army has arrived. Okay, so a lot of movements with the French army and as well as the Spanish army. Yeah, they're just moving all over the place. Looks like they're going to attempt an attack there, so we might need to move our troops over to deal with that. Yeah, they're going to try and cut us off from our supply, clearly, so that's a problem. We're back in control. Where is our army? They're just, where is the fucking army? Austrian army, right there. Okay, I don't know why they weren't selected, but they now have 2,200 power. Sitting here has helped them a lot. They still don't have as much supply as we would probably like them to have. Yeah, these guys are currently still in this unit here, and these guys are pretty weak now. We might want to move them back to the main army. Let's go ahead and attempt an attack here. We can also try and build some units over here in Trento. But first, let's attack this unit here. I think that'd probably be the best way to do it. And then have this guy move over to this province here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's grab up the army that's here and attempt to have him attack that French army. See if we can't win there. I don't know if he might end up retreating there. Maybe we should just move him across here like so. Have him go into a offensive posture, while this guy here that we're currently moving, he's going to be in the, I don't want him in the passive, let's move in the defensive posture here, and hopefully this will go well, this attack. I don't actually know. We're going to find out. We also have our supply wagon over here, but I'm not going to move it while we have enemies right there. So is there anything I need to be aware of? We have gotten the sentiment up to 23%, so that's good. I imagine we might be able to get some more people into the war. We should have been getting that up a little bit higher, I think. I think that's kind of caused a problem. We didn't get it quick enough, I mean. And so that's why we're not getting any extra support. I think I've just been playing too defensively in this one. And yeah, we're probably going to play just a few more minutes, guys. Maybe finish up this here and see how things go. Looks like we attacked there, and it was a really, really weak unit. Here's a more balanced battle. I don't know why we didn't actually get an event for that conflict. Maybe they retreated. Oh, we're chasing them now, apparently. Yeah, okay. A lot of things happening. All right, so we now have the battle here. We might be weaker than them. I can't even tell. Yeah, I can't actually tell if we're weaker than them. It seems like we are weaker. Okay, but we can't retreat because we're the ones attacking. Oh, okay, we can do a prepare withdrawal movement. Okay, that might be what we want to do since we're the weaker army here for once. Yeah, it looks like we're the weaker one. Okay, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And what do we want to do here? So they are currently doing a balanced battle plan, so there's nothing we can do to counteract that. As far as fighting withdrawal here, the battle plan will attempt to withdraw, but inflicting maximum damage on the enemy. We can do the delay battle. Reduce. So this battle plan will try to delay the battle, allowing other units to march to the sound of the guns. We don't have any other units. This battle plan will try to defend the rear area for possible escape route. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do the fighting withdrawal. I think that'll be the best thing to do. And let's attempt to make this happen. Let's see if we can't. Obviously, if we withdraw, then we're going to lose. But yeah, they outnumber us vastly, I think. It's hard to tell exactly what happened here. But what I do see is that we got a victory, and we caused more casualties than we lost. That's what's important here. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. If we want to take a look at the statistics here, and the actual, all the detailed stuff here, you can see what we were able to effectively do. We were able to effectively do everything. Yeah, it's pretty balanced. Okay, so we got a victory. Excellent. That's very good news. Hopefully that'll increase the sentiment for us. But we are incredibly weak. We're so weak right now. Yeah, I'm like shocked. Why are we? Oh, we're still fucking chasing that guy. God damn it. I thought I would. Okay. I thought I just told him to go on the province, and that's why things are really fucked up right now, guys. Because I thought I had just told him to go on the province. But apparently I told him to chase that fucking unit. So now we're marching all over northern Italy. And I mean, I guess that's good because we're taking control of regions here. And then we have this unit here that we have to deal with. So we're going to attack that guy. Just get rid of him. He's going to die. And yeah, we could find them coming up behind us, coming around us. That could be pretty bad. If you just look at the loyalty here, the loyalty's not great. We do control the area. The loyalty is pretty bad overall. Okay, we did get that control of that fortification though because of this. So yeah, we have control of all this here. And we're going to move the wagon that's over here. Try and get some supply to our troops. So we're going to move this wagon. We need another damn wagon, man. Can I get the wagon out, please? Give me the wagon. Yeah, it's kind of finicky. I don't know if I'm doing things wrong here, but it seems kind of like a little bit finicky when it comes to grabbing stuff. Like I said, we are playing on basically a beta version here, and I'm over here clicking all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I can't seem to move the wagon. Won't let me grab him. What if I just grab them like that? Well, I guess that works too. You don't have to do it that way. All right, well, maybe that makes it a little bit smoother. And then we might want to move our other wagon back over to like right here. It's not as far, I think. And I think they can resupply there. All right, so let's see how things go. Maybe we should retreat with this unit. I don't know. It might be wise to retreat with that unit because I think he's got supplies. He's all right. Yeah, he's doing fine. Okay. I want to go ahead and build some units up. We don't have to build the best units. Let's take a look what we can get here, guys. We could get nothing really. I mean, we can get ourselves some more cavalry. I mean, these aren't bad. They're not bad at all. Yeah, looking at their combat power. If you're just looking at the combat power, it's really not that bad, and it doesn't really require that much. That many men. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, guys. Let's go ahead and grab that up and have them build right there, just to get us some more troops because we need them. So just taking a look here. Is there anything to be aware of? Anything we need to know? And we know that we won that battle. That's what's important. Got some more supplies, got more troops or whatever. And we gain control of that redoubt here. I could be pronouncing that wrong as well, guys. When it comes to pronunciation, if you don't already know, I'm terrible with it. If you're not new to the channel, though, you're well aware. Engagement points, what are these? Initial amount, changes from cities. Okay, I don't actually know what the engagement points are. Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff in the game, guys. A lot of stuff to learn. Let's proceed to the next turn. Like I said, we're only going to play a few more minutes, guys. I was looking for about an hour episode here, so yeah, I'm not looking to be playing, hour and a half, 2 hours, the whole campaign, obviously, in one sitting. So we were attacked by somebody really weak. What are they doing? Oh, it's a grand artillery deployment. This deployment will try to mass artillery to destroy the enemy's position. Okay. What options do we have here? The usual options. Well, let's send our cavalry in. We're going to attempt a charge. You would think that a charge would counteract these. Yeah, apparently not. Doesn't do anything like that. Okay, well, we're going to do the cavalry charge here. I'm interested to see if any of these counteract it. Okay, that actually would. Oh, yeah, because it's artillery, so wide spacing would be fucking super smart. So, yeah, maybe we want to do that. Okay. Infantry charge also would do well if they did anything but Grand Battery. Okay, so that's an option. What are we currently in? We're in the infantry deployments. Let's take a look at the reserves. We had the flank attack. That would be incredibly useful against the Grand Battery one. Okay. I kind of feel like it's because it's artillery. Let's do the wider spacing and try not to take as much damage. I think that would be the best option for us. So let's do that and see how things go. All right, so it was a victory. We're the only ones that took any casualties, though, so that's unfortunate. Okay. A lot of movement happening here. A lot of things rolling. Looks like they got a small army here coming in the southern, the south part of the river here. A lot of troops right there, guys. That is a lot of fucking troops. Okay, we are outnumbered almost 2 to 1. So we're probably going to want to do a withdrawal. However, I'm going to do a fighting withdrawal. That worked out well for us last time. Obviously, we don't want to have our escape route messed up here, but we're going to continue to find withdrawal. Let's see how that goes. And hopefully get a victory. I'm guessing we're going to have to retreat here. It looks like we're losing. Yeah, things not going well for us. Retreat! Retreat, men! I think we killed a lot, though. Yeah, we did. It was a victory, actually. Yeah, we killed a lot of dudes. Wow. We killed like 8,000 men here. And we only lost less than 3. Okay, so that's really, really good. Let's take a look at the... Oh, yeah, there was a lot of days for it, too. Yeah, it went on for a while. Okay. And you can see the little stats for each little... unit here. This unit managed to hit enemy with several lucky shots. So yeah, I mean, if you want to dive into it, you can really see what's going on during the battle, if you're curious. All right, let's go ahead and end that battle. See what happens. Our guys are extremely weak. We're out here on our lonesome. Even though we won battle after battle, it's overall not working out well until we get more troops. We need more support, guys. Who the fuck is this? I have no idea who that is. Is he attacking us? I don't even know. Looks like he did. Yes. It's a 5,000 men against 6,000 men. We were defeated. Took more casualties as well, so overall not great. That general there has not done a great job. He doesn't have a lot of troops, though, so, you got to give him some credit. All right, so just taking a look at the situation here. So the Grand Alliance won a major battle. I think there was 2 major battles there. I don't think we saw one of them. Rent Danish regiments. What's this? Okay. So, as Denmark is out of the war in the north, it offers the Grand Alliance 17 of its regiments of infantry for rent. They arrive as reinforcements, 12 Dutch, 5 Austrians, and can be rebuilt if destroyed. Okay, so... Alright, I'm going to take a look if I can build those, because I don't see them anywhere on the battlefield yet. Well, we do have some guys over here. Oh, those are the Danes. Okay, those are the Danes right there. All right, excellent. We're going to want to bring them into the battle then. Let's get them going, like, now. I'm going to move them over here. All right, so some reinforcements are coming. It's not a lot, but it will be helpful. 387. It's going to take them a while to get here, though. I'm kind of feeling that we're going to need to retreat here soon, guys, because things are not going great for us. We did get the sentiment up, but yeah, overall, it's It's not great. Our victory points are looking pretty good. Is there any way to... Where did we go to see those victory points? Let's take a look here. Objectives. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. We're actually winning the conflict right now. They have 597 victory points, BP points, while we have 651. So we're actually winning. They've lost a lot of dudes as well. I wonder why we can't see our nation in the nation comparison. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah, not seeing anything here. Well, I guess we can see it here. The VP point is 651 right now. Can we hover over this and see how many? No, we can't. We can see our current, we can see their combat power is currently 211. Can we see our current combat power? I'm guessing it's pretty fucking low. Yeah. I can't see it anywhere, but I'm sure it's low. I can't see how many men we lost either. Yeah, I'd like it if we could see this. Prisoners taken from the enemy per nationality or ethnic group. We've got 25,000 prisoners. I wonder if you can do anything with that. Oh, wait. Switch between friendly and... Okay, that didn't do anything. I thought maybe it might change this whole situation up, but no, it does not. All right, guys. So let me just make some movements here for this turn. As you can see, we actually have more troops than they do in this area. An attack here against that unit would probably be a wise move, if I'm being honest, guys. We might want to move Eugene to attack them, or just stay here, because yeah, it feels like we are doing pretty good on the offensive. I was going to retreat here, but now I don't think so. Who are these guys here? All right, so yeah, this is somebody who's an enemy. That's all we need to know. We don't know how strong they are or anything like that. What we need to do is take a look if this army here is done training just yet. I'm trying to select the city. I thought I had a unit training here. They might still be training up. We can go ahead and take a look at that. I think that's in production. That is a loud ass vehicle going by. Yeah, we still have them here. They're not ready just yet. We're gonna have to wait. So they're not ready to deploy. Okay, we could also deploy another unit of troops as well, because we do have the numbers here. So you know what, I think we're going to do that. We need more troops, like, bad. We can also take a look at the decisions that are available to us. It doesn't look like any of these. I think you just hover over them here. We could use this, increase the defensive fort entrenchment level. Okay, that might be useful since we're really sitting on the defense right now. We can also do the requisitions again, because we have the availability to do that. So yeah, let's do that. That's money and supplies. Sure. Let's do it. Let's do it here. We're gonna do it over. Well, we already did them last time. We'll spread the love a little bit with our requisitions. Give it to some people. I don't know. I think we might have done them before. We're gonna do them again though. And requisitions here. And where else? I'm just doing it in cities, guys. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but let's do it right there this time. Oh, it didn't work. There we go. All right, so we're doing the requisitions here. And we'll see what that does, if that helps us out at all. Is there any other things that we could do decision-wise that might help us in this conflict? Not really. Okay. So that's where we're at, guys. Just taking a look at the other stats here. I don't know if there's anything that we needed to be aware of. We are seizing prisoners and rifles from all these battles that we win as well. It looks like we lost... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it gets higher. I thought it just went to 100. Yeah, we're at 106 national morale right now. Okay. I imagine they've got to be dropping in morale with all these losses they've taken. They've taken a lot of losses. Okay, guys. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here with Eugene of Savoy currently just... surrounded by troops. However, he's in a pretty good situation, guys. He did pretty heavy casualties on the enemy. We've kind of locked down this region here. We've got this guy here that we have to be concerned about. But we have a little army here, and I think we might send these reinforcements to them. And then we're also getting the Danes coming over here. The Danes are going to come help us out. I imagine it's going to take them a while to get here. I don't know if we can see that. I imagine we can see when they're going to get here. Somewhere, if I can find them. Somewhere that you just click on it. Apparently not. Before we were trying to click on the city there, and yeah. It's gonna be 79 days. Okay, so that would be like, oh, they would get here in a third month. They'd get to play a role in the conflict, but not much of one. We've got a lot of supplies and shit. Overall, I mean, yeah, it's not looking too bad, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. It's definitely a different game from what we traditionally play here on the channel. A lot different. That's why I wanted to check it out. And yeah, I'm terrible. So you gotta learn how to play this like any strategy game. You can't just hop into like EU4 or Hearts of Iron or something. You're not going to be good. It's the same with Paradox games. So if I had the time available, I would have preferred to have like taken like a good solid week or something like that to learn how to play the game before we hopped into it on Let's Play. But of course, we have so little time in our lives, guys, so we're hopping into it blind. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you leave that like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. Speaking of our content, you might want to go check out some of the other stuff I have, whether it's strategy or not. We got a lot of stuff that isn't strategy on the channel. If you wanted to watch that, I record with my wife, HiJynx. We do a lot of videos. Some of it's strategy, some of it's more like a city building type or park management. Like for instance, we're playing the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Evolution game right now together. We play multiplayer games as well, and then of course I play a lot of strategy. I play a lot of Hearts of Iron. So if you are into Paradox Grand strategy games, you should be able to find something like there. Those likes, all the comments and all that kind of stuff, that helps with the search engine, trying to get our video up to the top. So if you are enjoying this, then help us out. Leave that like, leave that comment. I love talking to you guys. I read and reply to all comments, and that's one of my favorite parts of this whole YouTube thing. So I hope to hear from you guys. All right, thanks for watching.